The arcade is open now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from 11 to 10. Today's Sunday. Excited. It's actually underneath, backside. Hidden spot. Decided today is the day we're gonna do the end of summer tour. This is a hidden place. If you've never been here before, if you've never seen a video on the Vintage Vault, there's like a lake behind me. The parking's at the back of the building. There's a dance studio up above. The reason they're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday is to work along with the parking situation with the business up top. So they have done everything they could down here. Every time we come here, it's completely different. This, I just did a quick, I didn't walk through the whole place. It's totally different than when we were here, what, 3, 4, maybe 5 months ago. Here's the tour. Going in. Also, it's kind of the Tony Hawk is turning into the Shaq celebrity, because you know we keep seeing his skateboards. He was actually here. They did an article on him, the Waukesha County Freeman, on April 24th, 2024. Here's Tony Hawk standing with the owner James. Autographed a cabinet. We'll check it out. And yeah, he was just going around. Tony Hawk in the area, playing at the Vintage Vault.
Okay.
Hand stamps required. Usually it's the wristbands required, but I did the hand stamps required. We're wheeling in arcades as we speak. Now some of these have been, for the most part, in the same spot. Since you know we're going in the entrance here. I remember seeing Journey. Mega Man was in a different spot. So Galaga, Journey, Galaga 3, Space Invaders, Arkanoid. I believe these were all right here, along with one of my favorites here. I've only seen this at like 2 arcades between here and Chicago, Galloping Ghost and Vintage Vault. So I mean, if you're looking to play Sega Spider-Man, this is the only one I've seen in Wisconsin. One of my all-time favorites. It's always in the same spot. I love it. And then Super Mario Brothers, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. That was in the Tony Hawk article. Right when you walk in, there is a Star Wars, and this was moved because of kind of shuffling some things around with the arcades, with the new pinball. So this other aisle across from where Journey was has pretty much been the same, except Star Wars is in a new spot than previous. I like how that Ms. Pac-Man is just kind of tucked away in here. Almost, look at this. It's like the home arcade version, and then a Burger Time. One of the only pawn tables you'll see like this. This is a great spot for this. This has been here for probably maybe a year. There was something else prior, and I don't remember, but it's always getting a lot of gameplay. This is going to be like the one time today where nobody's over here. Love the Q*bert. Very, very cool. I would just like to come up to it and just that 4-way stick. It's just totally cool. And here's the autograph from Tony Hawk right on Missile Command. So he signed this very marquee. How cool is that? You can just walk up to a Tony Hawk autograph at an arcade. I'm standing right here playing it. Before I leave, I'm going to play through Sega Spider-Man. This is a game I have not played this in a very long time. There's so much to do here that with the hand stamp, you can leave, you can come as you go throughout the course of them being open from 11 to 10, so you can leave as many times as you want, because you're gonna have to spend hours here to play everything. Road Blasters, Terminator 2, and Revolution X pretty much are the staple for this corner. The great Vintage Vault arcade mural with all of the fighters here: Soul Calibur, Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat, Marvel Superheroes. Let me just break from the action just for a second to go back to Road Blasters. I love this game. Whenever I start hearing the sounds, it just draws me to it. Along with Revolution X. This is a arcade that you don't see at a lot of places. This is the 2-player version. I have seen a 3-player, but here it is. It's a 2-player. I mean, look at this. It's just enough room to get in there to play. I mean, that's how many cabinets are in here. Marvel Superheroes, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Time Killer. Heard good things about this. Tekken Tag, Darkstalkers, Dragon Ball Z, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Gauntlet Legends, 4-player, my favorite shooting game of all time, Lethal Enforcers. I will get on this before I leave also, and Super Contra with that vertical monitor. And they have the metal gun, so this is one of the rare cabinets you'll see. I'll shoot this left-handed for a second. That has the metal revolver. From Lethal Enforcers, we have Rampage. This is so refreshing to see 3-player controls. We have a Raw Thrills, Target, Terror. So yeah, these are like the guns that I'm used to when I see a game like Lethal Enforcers. So having those metal revolvers, very cool to see. Next to Area 51, another favorite. Love this game. Always kind of go towards the shooters. Turbo Outrun, APB, Pole Position, Bump and Jump, and NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Also, Satan's Hollow used to sit way in the corner. We're headed there next to look at all the pinballs. This used to be filled with arcade cabinets. Now that whole area is pinball. So we'll see, you know, from my memory, I kind of remember some of the cabinets that were over there. We'll see what has left to move out for pinballs. Now mind you, there are free play arcades that, you know, you pay your admission to play, you know, the arcade games, and then you have to pay separately for pinball. All the pinball is included for the $20 price. So I just want to throw that out there. You are greeted with Jaws. Love this game. Twilight Zone. So when I first came here, there were a few pinballs right here. I want to say 3 or 4 of them, and then it was arcade cabinets filling out the rest of the wall and the rest of the space in this area. Now, Cactus Canyon, it is all, there's white water, all pinballs. Attack from Mars. Mission Craft, this is new. This is something that I have not seen prior, and you only see those lines when I'm using the camera. You're not seeing that when you're actually standing in front of here. Tales of the Arabian Nights. Here's a look at that game. If you've never seen it, I'm not familiar with Mission Craft, but yeah, here's how it looks on a vertical monitor. The 2 joysticks and 2 buttons. Take a look at Valley Circus, Alteric. Very colorful. There's nothing like a real pinball. Here's Bad Cats. At the Big Lebowski here, it's cool when you go to like pinball expos and you see things. You see long lines for some of these pinballs, and now you can just come up to them at a free play arcade. It's Monster Bash. They do have a monitor up here. Looks like Dumb and Dumber. The Champion Pub, Dracula, kind of looks like that villain from Ghostbusters too. Theater of Magic, Williams Diner. There's a lot of Williams over here. When I first came here, there was, I believe, Simpsons was here. Might have been like a Ninja Turtle game. There was Lethal Enforcers was over on this side, so there were a lot of arcade cabinets, and this is totally different now. It's all pinball. So the pinball are very expensive, as we all know. The fact that they can bring some of these in here, it's incredible, and the fact that it's included with that $20 price. They have the new Metallica. Godzilla. Foo Fighters, Dungeons and Dragons. Ooh, there's a new King Kong here. I haven't seen the King Kong yet.
DNA coded.
It's a Jurassic Park, Elton John, and the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I've seen all these at gaming conventions, and the fact that, like, I mean, look at all these pinballs. It's incredible. So there used to be a way to get around the back, but because the pinballs have come out this way, you kind of have to go around this way to where the restrooms are, and then come back and then walk back around. So kind of a little different layout here. We have Paperboy, Tempest, Bubbles, Joust. Glad to see Smash TV and Robotron are still here. There's gonna be some things. I do notice a big time pinball that has been moved out. So I will mention that at the end of the video, but I'm glad to see that these two are here. I heard Ninja Turtles, that's still here. Plus Mario, he's just waiting for someone to just play here. I'll play it left-handed. Yeah, the Nintendo corner, Dr. Mario, the signature design here for the high scores. Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, Duck Hunt. Look at that. And Donkey Kong Jr. We have Sinistar, Joust 2, Defender, Moon Patrol, and unfortunately, Defender Stargate is not feeling too well today. Check tomorrow. Maybe he'll be feeling better. Alright, I'm catching wind that we might actually get a double dragon cabinet, you know, in the home arcade scene. So just kind of stay tuned for that. I'm glad this is here because it's just, I love this artwork. I would love to have a double dragon. Pizza Hut vibes all over. Sega hanging on. See the one-in-a-kind controls here. Ninja Baseball Batman. You have your 4-player game here. Next to, very rare to see, is Narc. Not a lot of arcades in the area have this. I know that Geeks Mania in Madison. Get tubing. That waterfall. It's so cool. What a great intro. Very limited to see Narc cabinets. So yeah, coming up to this is very, very special to see. We have Bucky O'Hare. And something that did bring me here was the Sonic the Hedgehog arcade cabinet. I have never seen one of these in person. So just following their Instagram page, they had posted this, and I said, okay, I need to get here. I need to get here and check out Sonic the Hedgehog. This is awesome. Like, they have a Sonic the Hedgehog arcade cabinet, and it's all with the trackball, and this is the way a trackball should totally feel. And right across from Sonic is Dying Like a Swine Peg Out. Very, very special, rare cabinet to see. Pac-Man is just like wedged in here next to NFL Blitz 2000. So this used to sit down this aisle and kind of across from NBA Jam and NHL Open Ice. And Simpsons was way over on the other side. So now that that's blocked off, we can walk down there. We just can't get out. So we would have to come back this way and go out around the corners. So Blitz kind of stood at one corner, now it stands at another, right across from Pac-Man Battle Royale. Entering some Konami classics, yes, the Bucky O'Hare was the Konami. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Another original, like, Pizza Hut vibe for me. Battletoads. Glad to see they still have Battletoads. This was back where the pinballs are, so 3-player Battletoad, the way it's definitely meant to play. Mystic Warriors, and of course the greatest arcade game of of them all, X-Men. Glad to see X-Men is here. This is by far the best. And of course, Simpsons, another finishing off the Konami. Agent X from Atari is not feeling too well either. So, along with Stargate, Agent X is down for the count. We have Operation Wolf, Raiden DX, Cruising World, Fast and Furious. Gets a little tight there, so there's a stool here. I'm just gonna get around this. We have Crystal Castles. Gonna back up a little bit. Followed by Food Fight, Wacko. Look at the slanted control deck, and Budweiser Root Beer Tapper from Midway. So yeah, then we have the wall of pinball. So NFL Blitz used to be like right here where this wall came out. So it's crazy how different it is, and you could just kind of see underneath some of the pinballs. Kind of gives you an idea, like, if you're in your basement, right? Just imagine, and you're trying to set up like a recreate an arcade, this is an idea of just blocking off one way to add more pinballs, more machines, and then just allowing another aisle to access that. We have Battle Zone. And then the platform right here. You see the volcano button flashing. Kind of get like Knight Rider vibes here. Hyper Sports, new Hyper Sports video game. Another shooter over here, Maximum Force. Always gets a lot of playtime. Must be this one must be. I kind of like that the Yahtzee. So yeah, definitely check that one out. Atari Millipede and 1943. The Turbo, Metal Slug, Domino Man. So this was just moved in. This was one of the new. I love it. This was one of the new cabinets that James literally wheeled in here. When I walked in here in the previous video, which it's the same day, but yeah, you can see all the dominoes around the bezel. I'd never seen a Domino Man. I mean, I've heard of Piano Man. The Domino Man arcade cabinet, one of a kind. Next is Major Havoc from Atari, and then this was the game. This is always getting a lot of playing time. Maximum Force. Two-player shooting. And of course, Lethal Enforcers 2, the Wild West. A lot of new cabinets and in different spots, plus all of the pinball. I mean, you really get your money's worth, but you would have to spend here all day. It would take that to play everything. It's really cool. I mean, all those pinball machines. I can't think of another local arcade that has. They may have as many pinballs as they have here, but as far as the newer releases and as far as them being included with the price, you can't beat that. Plus, a lot of the other arcade cabinets, like Domino Man, like I've never seen that, and of course Sonic the Hedgehog, which is right in front of me. Very cool to see in person. Also, you may have noticed some of the CRTs may have looked a little burnt out. Some look really clear. There is a schedule. There's a maintenance schedule on repairing, replacing the CRTs. A lot goes in with that. Not only are they hard to find, but they are expensive. So there is a list, and I know Turtles is on the list. I believe is probably happening next. But yeah, if you notice any of the monitors that look like, hey, first of all, they're 20, 30 years old. Second, there is a schedule to make them look a little bit more clear, like X-Men. So behind the scenes, the bathroom does have the Pac-Man theme going. I remember when Pac-Man Battle Royale was actually right here. So in the course of getting new stuff in here, kind of adding a lot more pinballs, they've really maximized as much open space as they possibly could, which is really cool. I have noticed that there were a few things that I can think of one pinball. X-Men is not here anymore. The X-Men pinball, the Uncanny X-Men. So that has been moved out to bring in other pinballs. Some of the arcade cabinets, offhand, I cannot think of anything that is missing. After going through all the cabinets, they have made a way to tighten them up and to keep them. It's just that the pinballs are so much bigger that, unfortunately, the only thing that I can think offhand right now is the Uncanny X-Men has been moved out. So if you've been here, the past couple of months, cabinets that you remember playing are probably still here. I can't see anything or think of anything that is now no longer here. First time I played Narc was at a Best Western in Wapaka, Wisconsin. I gotta go through this really quick. I love this game. What a great. I play this a lot on the NES too, but the first time was on the actual cabinet. Now that I got Narc out of the way, it's been a long time since I played through that game. I'm gonna check out King Kong really quick. That is pretty cool. You can see him right up here. And that's gonna do it for today. It's a great arcade. I just played through Narc. It's been so long since I took down Mr. Big. You gotta save all your rocket launchers. It's a tough one. A lot of continues. Big quarter muncher. They did a great job. There's so much more stuff here than when we were here previously. I gotta play Spider-Man. I want to thank everybody for watching. See you guys next time.
Trouble up ahead. Let's go, Spider-Man. Party's over.
Just want to end with all these pinballs are on free play. Just very special. Really cool to see. One of the best arcades I've ever been to. And I gotta check out Sonic. I've not played this yet. So yeah, it's all about rolling and using that button here. So there we go. You gotta break that. Be back here soon. See you guys next time. I don't remember it being this tough. Got the scoop from James. There are big things to come at the Vintage Falls. Stay tuned. There's a lot of arcades in storage, and works to possibly get a bigger building. So keep everybody posted. Can you imagine? Like 60, 70 more arcades, like 30 more pinballs. It's huge. I can hear Sega's Spider-Man from here.